When life feels heavy, this story will give you hope. In a quiet mountain village, hidden between misty hills and winding paths, there lived a man named Aaron. He was known by everyone, yet truly known by very few. Years earlier, Aaron had lost his wife in a sudden accident, one that left his heart fractured and his life forever changed. Since that day, he has lived alone in a small wooden house near the river. He rose each morning before sunrise, carried his tools on his shoulder, and walked slowly toward the old bridges that connected villages across the valley. Aaron repaired bridges for a living, but it wasn't just a job. He repaired them because they reminded him that even broken things could still serve a purpose. The villagers often saw him working in silence, replacing cracked planks, tightening worn ropes, hammering nails with steady patience. He never rushed. He believed some things simply needed time. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the mountains and the sky turned a soft shade of blue, a young traveler named Liam arrived in the village. His clothes were dusty, his steps were heavy, and his eyes carried a tiredness that went far beyond physical exhaustion. He had chased dreams that didn't come true, trusted people who walked away, and carried disappointments he didn't know how to release. Aaron noticed the boy sitting alone by the river, staring at the water as if it held all the answers. He approached gently and asked, "Why are you sitting alone in the dark?" Liam sighed and replied quietly, "Because there's nothing left to hope for." Aaron didn't argue. He didn't offer advice or easy platitudes. Simply looked at the boy for a long moment, then said, "Come with me tomorrow morning. There's something I want to show you." At dawn, they walked together down a narrow path toward an old wooden bridge stretching across a deep, fog-filled valley. It was in terrible shape. Many of its planks were missing, the ropes were frayed, and every gust of cold wind caused the entire structure to sway dangerously. Liam stopped in his tracks and frowned. "This bridge looks dangerous," he said, his voice filled with doubt. Aaron nodded calmly. "Yes, but it's the only way to the other side. We'll fix it together." They worked all day. They pulled out old, broken boards and replaced them with fresh, sturdy ones. They tightened the frayed ropes until they were taut and strong. They hammered nails while the wind pushed against them, testing their resolve. At first, Liam was impatient, frustrated. "Why are we wasting our time on this old bridge?" he asked, his voice sharp. "It would be so much easier to just walk away." Aaron smiled softly, his eyes kind. "Because sometimes," he said, "fixing something outside helps us repair something inside." Those words stayed with Liam, echoing in his mind as they continued to work. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the valley, Aaron stopped and pointed toward the horizon. Through the dense fog, a faint golden light appeared. "Hope," Aaron said, his voice gentle but firm, "is like that light. You can't always see it clearly. Sometimes it's hidden. But it's always there, waiting just beyond the fog." That night, Liam couldn't sleep. For months, he had been trapped in the belief that his life was over, that his story had ended in failure. But now, something small had shifted inside him. A fragile spark had appeared in the darkness, weak but very real. The next morning, the bridge was finished. It stood strong and steady, a testament to their hard work. Aaron stepped back, admired their creation, and then turned to Liam. "Go on," he said. "Walk across." Liam hesitated. The valley below was still deep and cold. Fear crept back into his heart. "What if it breaks?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. "Then we'll rebuild it," Aaron replied without a moment's hesitation, stronger this time. With those words, Liam took a step forward. The new wood creaked reassuringly beneath his feet. He took another step, and another. Halfway across, he dared to look up. And what he saw took his breath away. The sun was rising, and as its light grew stronger, the fog began to lift. Golden light spread across the mountains, illuminating everything in its path. A profound sense of peace filled his chest, a feeling he thought he had lost forever. In that single beautiful moment, Liam understood something important. Hope isn't built overnight. It's not some magical thing that appears out of nowhere. It's built plank by plank, through small, deliberate acts of courage. It's built by showing up day after day and doing the hard work. When he reached the other side, Aaron was waiting with a warm smile. "You did it," Liam smiled back, a genuine, heartfelt smile for the first time in months. "Thank you," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "Don't thank me," Aaron replied gently. "Thank yourself for not giving up." Years later, a sign appeared at the entrance to that very bridge. It read, "The Bridge of Hope, built by hands that refuse to give up." And beneath it, in smaller words, was a dedication. For those who keep walking, even when life feels heavy. Remember this story. When life feels heavy, when the darkness seems overwhelming, don't stay there for too long. Pick up your courage like a hammer and a nail. Start rebuilding your bridge, one plank at a time. Because hope isn't something we find, it's something we build. What bridge are you rebuilding right now? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more inspiring stories here on our channel. Reflect, learn, grow. Thanks for watching.